Hey everyone, and welcome to the video. I'm going to try and make this as quick as I can, but we've just had the announcements of Nintendo Switch 2. Now the Nintendo Switch 2 Direct officially launched today. So I'm going to try and make this super duper cool and get through as much as I can in as much detail as I can. Starting off, game chat mode is what's one thing that's going to be featured for the Nintendo Switch 2, an in-game chat mode, kind of similar to like what you get with Xbox, although usually you have to have one of these headsets. I don't think the headsets are available for Switch 2. They might work, I'm not sure. They didn't really mention anything about using like gaming headsets for it, but what they do have in the Switch 2 is a built-in microphone, and it also comes with its own special Switch 2 webcam. Yes, you heard me correctly, a webcam. That's going to be absolutely shocking. Also, in this game chat mode, you can also see some of the games that your other friends are playing whilst you're chatting with them as well and seeing how they're doing and whereabouts they are in the game. Maybe you're playing the same game as each other, or you might be playing different games. It's entirely up to them. But it's going to be really cool to have that feature. Obviously, that's for Switch Online membership only. As well, we have the announcements of Joy-Con 2. Joy-Con 2 obviously are magnetic attached to the Switch 2 compared to the originals. The originals, you just have to slide them in. This time they're magnetically attaching to the Switch, which is really, really cool. The buttons themselves are a little bit bigger, so much easier to press as well, because it seems like the light pressing of the Joy-Cons for the Joy-Con 1 weren't really working very well in some modes, whereas others they were. So I guess like adding that to Switch 2, much bigger size buttons, and even the control sticks as well, that they're bigger. We even have a mouse mode for the Joy-Cons as well to feature. That's going to be really cool. Also for the docks as well, we have an inbuilt dock fan, which also helps with the ventilation of the Switch 2 itself, which is going to be really, really cool. Alongside that, we've also have a new tabletop stand thing, much bigger in frame and also even more stretchier, much more supported. And of course, we've also had the reveal of the colour of the game cards themselves. They're going to be red and they're slightly smaller in size compared to the original Switch game tabs, but the original Switch game ones can fit in to the Switch 2. So the original Switch 1 game cartridges, as well as the Switch 2 game cartridges, will fit into the Switch 2 itself. So that's really good for backwards compatibility wise. I think a lot of the games that are backwards compatible, though, you need to have like some form of special pack or something. I know quite a few of them have like their own Switch 2 special add-on pack thing that's launching. Game-wise, we had some games announced as well. Game-wise, the only game that caught my interest out of the ones that were listed was Mario Kart World, or as I was titling it last time we saw the Switch 2 and the first ever Switch 2 trailer, I was calling it Mario Kart 9. It's not Mario Kart 9 now, it's titled as Mario Kart World, and it looks really interesting and really fun. Seems like there's a lot of costume opportunities for the characters as well, so that's going to be really fun to play. Other games were mentioned as well for the launch of Switch 2, but none of the others really caught my interest and weren't within my interest. There was a Legend of Zelda one in there listed, as well as a few others, including obviously Elden Ring Rises or something that was in there, as well as some other games, but only Mario Kart World really caught my interest. All the others, just an absolute no-go and an absolute rubbish show. So it seems like for me, I might wait a little longer for more fun and interesting Switch 2 games to get launched before I even get onto the Switch 2. Speaking of Switch 2's release date, 5th of June this year is the official release date for this console. I will be dropping a video closer to the time of its release revealing the price of how much it will cost. I've been checking online for certain shops that haven't quite listed them up yet, but I'll keep it in mind and I'll touch on that later on as the day gets closer, the actual price for this console once it comes out, because I still need to get my hands on it. I want to get it. It looks really good, and I'm just looking forward to eventually playing on the Switch 2 when it launches on the 5th of June, which is when it's set to release. It's so much fun and so much joy. As well as that, for Switch 2, we get a bigger screen with 7.9 inches of screen, which is slight little bit bigger than that of the Switch OLED, which is the biggest of all Switch screens available so far. So it's a 7.9 inch screen. So there's a lot going on with Switch 2. Keep your eye out, because I'm sure Nintendo will be revealing a lot more information as the time gets closer to release. As of price wise, I'll keep an eye on it on stores, and I'll drop some more news videos for the Nintendo Switch 2 closer to the time as well, so stay tuned to the channel. See you all next time. Bye.